I'm Ryan Arnold. I started DeSoto State Communications. We're a public relations firm for music, nonprofit, arts, education clients. Our business is focused on nonprofits since the very start. So as opposed to just being a public relations firm who tries to get cool placements in various media, we approach the project with the understanding that we have to talk to donors. We need to be able to support development and fundraising initiatives. So that's kind of what makes us different, is that we approach it through that lens. I felt it was, a missed opportunity. There are so many organizations that maybe don't have a need or a budget for a full-time PR consultant or a marketing and comms person, but they do need somebody when they need somebody. And when I started the business in 2014, the idea was to be of service to those organizations by being that person. Hey, I know what you're doing and I know the good work that you do. So when you need somebody, let me know. And that is really how things got going. And from there, we grew to talk to organizations who did need full-time support. They needed some regular ideas and they needed consistent outreach to the media. The people who were there and the infrastructure that was beginning was totally designed for organizations like mine, not just in public relations, but music and creative and film and design. But we have a unique set of challenges being in Chicago, being entrepreneurs and having some pretty fierce competition. So 2112 kind of helped us align with other people who were in the same boat. Just by osmosis, being next to the right people helped a ton. 2112 grew, and the community became kind of filled with more people who got it, who shared the vision. And as more and more people came, 2112 kind of evolved, but it was never exclusionary. Like, I never felt like I outgrew 2112 or 2112 wasn't for me anymore. The organization as a whole has remained very inclusive, almost just adding to this incredible arsenal of tools for all of its members. First time I saw 2112, Scott Fetters invited me up, and we were walking through concrete floors and spray paint on the walls and scaffolding. Scott Fetters walked around and said, "This is the bullpen. There are 2 rows of desks." It was a blank canvas. Kind of knew from that point, like, there's something different about this place. If the guy who's putting it together is wearing a hard hat, showing people around, and he was so passionate about what this thing was, even before it was anything, that it was pretty clear that this was a place that somebody like me needed to be. And truly, like, my business grew and there were great connections that were made. And even though we collaborated with one another, members collaborated with one another, there was kind of this comfort. It was just comfortable knowing that we could let our guard down. We could be authentic and honest, knowing that we were around people going through the same things or had been going through the same things. We really could be a support system to one another. We got out of doing project-based work, partly because of being around 2112. We understood that was growth, when we could turn away projects with a definitive start and end date, but really kind of build an organization that was of service to other organizations. We were engaged in some cases, open-ended engagements, which is a couple of examples that we're working on right now. So as far as like an upcoming project that I'm working on, I don't have any upcoming projects. I have some great clients I'm working with right now that I get very excited about. We work with the largest independent, not-for-profit arts high school in the country. It happens to be here in Chicago, Chicago Academy for the Arts. And we've been their agency of record for going on our 3rd year now. And those are like a whole bunch of mini projects within one huge ball of wax, and being able to go in and help manage so that one part of it supports the other part of it. It's really rewarding work. We see it all come together. There is no typical work week. Aside from standing meetings, in our business, we're at the whim of the media, of news cycles, and best laid plans don't often go to plan. So we really work a lot on controlling what we can. And that's being able to have a process in place that deals with the changes. You can kind of think like, okay, if this, then that. And it happens a lot where there's a project we're working on and there's breaking news. There's a particular client who has had an incredible story in the works for months, and it has been bumped twice because of legitimate breaking news that required, the news media to, everything else is off the table but things. That's very frustrating. And without some sort of mechanism in place, it could feel like you're just kicking the can down the road. And if you're not prepared, you really are just kicking the can down the road. And that can be very frustrating for a client. You can always connect with us at DeSotoState.com. And we're on socials too. We can showcase some of our work and introduce you to some of the clients that we do work for. Bye.